Blind Pew here. If you are a regular receiver of my transmissions, you will recall that I recently modified many aspects of my exploration ship here. Link on screen to that transmission. Now, you may remember that I asked for suggestions for the name of this magnificent vessel. I'm still considering the various excellent suggestions, so if you have not yet made a suggestion, please do so by sending me a transmission below. Anyway, I have recently been reading the biography of Robert Gary by John Harper, which is entitled Elite, and Hear the Wheel. In that biography we learn something of the history and location of the alien race, the Thargoids. I highly recommend the book and include a link to where you can get it below, if interested. In that biography we learn of a Thargoid colony that they lost touch with, and in this transmission I intend to follow the clues from here, New Caledonia. In the interstellar system, Robert Gary's apparent home world. But first, if you recall, I had a small power problem with my modified ship. So we are going to visit Heratani, in the QMK system, here, to hopefully sort that out. You may know that interstellar is also the home of the legendary ship Graveyard. It is said to be situated in a direct path from this planet to the star. I've yet to find it, seeing only asteroid belts here. If you know more, do tell. So, we've finally arrived at Heratani's jet's hole. Let's hope she can help with the power plant.
If you still use the docking computer Pew.
Ben Gunn, if you wouldn't mind getting back to the engine bay, I think we would all appreciate that. Okay, I'd hope to keep this to lower tier modification, due to the heat side effects, but it seems I need the tier 5 modification. What do you think, Ben?
I think it should do. As you can see, we still use too much power with all the modules, but if we set it to power down the fuel scoop and ASRV hangar when deploying weapons, then we are good to go, as those modules will not be in use if we need to deploy.
Excellent thinking, Ben Gunn. In deep exploration we will probably have the shields and weapons completely switched off most the time, but good to know they will work if needed. Looks like the aftermath of some battle we have found in orbit around our next destination.
Cargo scoop retracted.
To CDD Vertemen. I'll just pick up some of the valuables. And off we go.
4, 3, 2.
So, I've been playing around with shield boosters. I've fitted a couple of the lightest half-tonny grade boosters and modified them to tier 5. As you can see, that boosts my shield strength to beyond the next size shield. However, each booster now weighs 2 tons, so I'm not sure this achieves anything over fitting a large shield, in terms of weight. At least my jump range remains 60 light years at maximum.
The jury remains out on this one, I'd say, Pew.
Quite so, Ben. Quite so. And so now, we are ready. In the biography, and Hear the Wheel, we learn that there was a lost Thargoid colony, and that it was situated in a system called Soontil. We can find that system not far from the inhabited bubble, here, just 200 light years away. Only a few jumps for us. As you can see, in the direction of the locked Riga sector we saw last time, so, with some trepidation, let's head off. And in no time at all, we are ready to jump into the Soontil system. What will we find? And here we are. There are 3 ringed gas giants in the system. Not long after arriving in the system, and I've picked up an emission signal. Looks to be the wreckage of a single ship. An exploration vessel from the look of it. Here is its data survey canister. I'll pick it up. Cripes. No sooner do I leave that wreck than I'm picking up a new signal. Whoa. Look at this. Rescue 1 is here. Looks like a large wreck. Just look, there must be 10 or 15 canisters of exploration data there. And a similar number of escape pods. Something odd is going on. Good to know Rescue 1 is in the vicinity. I feel less exposed. Another of those ringed gas giants. So, We have this one planet close to the star. And, in fact, 4 ringed gas giants. Surrounded by some landable planets, all seemingly unexceptional rocky moon types. Except for the yellow moon of Soontil 4. Let's take a closer look. I'm not sure this is what we are looking for. The biography is vague and I'm not seeing the dense fog described in that tome. One thing I do know is that the planet we seek has volcanic activity. Doesn't look like it is this one. Okay, I'm going to attempt a landing on one of the outer moons of Soontil 4. The one with the highest concentration of rare minerals. Looks to be in quite a close binary orbit with this other moon then. Coming in closer now. Odd. I've picked up a Type 6 transporter. Unexpected given the lack of any space station this far out. How curious. What is it up to? I followed it for some time but didn't discover anything. Let's land. Well, as far as I can see, this is just a ball of dust. No volcanic activity, not, I think, what we are looking for. You know, the more I think about it, the more I think it must be the planet closest to the star we are looking for. Let's go and take a look.
Mr. Pew. All this talk of Thargoid is creeping me out.
As we approach Soontil 1, this seems more like it. Sensors say this planet has volcanic activity, like in the biography. Is this the planet where the ancient lost Thargoid colony was? Is this where the shadowy forces of the Dark Wheel splinter group circle, the legend that is Inra, and Robert Gary's pirate forces gave battle? I don't see any evidence from the surface below. Hang on, I found something on the other side. Yes, these two marks may look like meteor impacts from afar, but on closer inspection they look somewhat artificial. I think this is it. This is what we were looking for. The site of the ancient lost Thargoid colony. Long since vacated and controlled by shadowy human forces until recently. Unfortunately we can't land due to atmospheric conditions. To learn more we must look to a nearby system. Inguri, a remote Empire outpost, just 90 light years away. Many commanders may know this system as the place to acquire the rare Soontil relics, and it is this connection we must now follow up.
Scan detected.
Oops, just realized I've got that picked up data canister which will be illegal salvage, hence the rather rushed entry there. Seems we made it. Docking computer on.
Pew, turn it off, you are embarrassing us.
Landing gear deployed.
And so here we have the ultra rare Soontil relics for sale. And just look who is selling them. Ha. I might have known it, a nice follow on to the biography there. So, the Soontil relics. It says here on the commodity market that these are a slab of unidentified material covered in pictographs of an unknown origin. This relic is part of a cache of similar artifacts that were uncovered by explorers researching lost alien civilizations in the Soontil system. Sold by Gary's Reclamations, Cheranovsky City, Inguri. Of course, we now know that these relics are, in fact, of Thargoid origin, likely looted from the abandoned lost Thargoid colony on Soontil 1. Oh, and one other thing we have learnt, by extension. The Thargoids use pictographs in their communications. Interesting. I'll keep it in mind. Have we seen that anywhere else? This has been a most interesting lead to follow up. And in time, I think it will lead further. Until my next transmission. Good luck, commanders. And I'll see you out there. I've interpreted that as meaning. Now that I have reached the edge of the rift, I should head directly into the rift and keep going. So I am no longer following the read to read quit line exactly. I say, that is quite a storm down there. At least 3 cyclones competing for dominance. Glad I'm up here. Anyway, we need to head on, deeper into the rift. But look, I have found something. Alien life in the rift. Gas giant with water-based life. I don't think it is the mystery we are after though, that would be rather